We live. Welcome everybody to another edition of Jay and Al Just Talk Real Shit.
Hey, with all that smooth music you have going back there, it should be Jay and Al's dance party.
Right. Well, my kids are dancing, that's for sure. Whether y'all can see that or not, they're here having a little dance party. So I've been playing. This is called. Most people aren't familiar with this music. It's called country rap, also known as crap. I like it though. It's all good. The kids love it. We'd be dancing and partying and having a good old time. So it's all good.
Good, man.
I'm about this conversation, bro, because this is the time I've even gone and live and talked about. The whole family had COVID. So we've been quarantined for 10 days, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know anybody who had gone through it, so we went through it. So I'm going to share that story, and you guys can take away what you want to take away from that. But definitely an interesting experience, to say the least. And yeah, man, I'm excited about the we're in the last quarter of the year, and tons of opportunity, a lot of great things happening. Interesting election going on here, but I'm excited, man. It's all good.
Yeah, we're getting close. Hey, by the way, so I got the call. I think it was a text. Then it was a call. He's like, "Yeah, got the COVID." I was like, "Shit." And you had a couple really good quotes, actually. The best quote. Actually, this was the first quote that I got from you. The quote was, "I've had Tuesday morning hangovers worse than this."
True story.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Speaking of which, cheers, my friend.
Hey, man, absolutely. Cheers to everyone out there tonight. Hope everybody's healthy and in good spirits.
Well, I've been reading up on it, and I'm actually shocked that you actually got it. With the amount of mules. Because I thought I read something that Moscow Mules keeps it away. So I switched over to the red wine.
Okay.
Just going to try to keep it away. The more red wine, the better. But that was a good quote. Very good quote. So how you feeling, my friend? How you doing? You got it about a week ago?
Yeah. So the story goes, as the story goes, I did a test, one of these tests a long time ago that showed that I have, I don't get sick, right? So I'm that guy that doesn't get sick. When I do get sick, I'm the biggest weenie on the planet. So like when I do get sick, I'm dying, right? So like, because I never get sick. So very rarely do I get the flu. I don't get flu shots. I just don't do that, none of that mess. I'm not a sick person. I ain't worried about being sick. I ain't worried about none of that. And so to be honest, I spent the last, 7-8 months, whatever it has been now, living with my tyrant wife, who is absolutely fearful of everything. So it's been hard. It's been really hard for me because I just don't have fear of anything, and I get it. People get sick, you give somebody else, people die, whatever. But it's just not my nature and I just feel like I have, I feel like I have Adonis DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like I got
tiger blood.
And so this guy, he was on my board of directors, and he told me I wasn't going to get it. He's full of shit. So that being said, I just don't get sick. So I'm just like, don't talk to me about it. I'm not getting sick. I washed the packages at the front door for months, and yep, goddamn right I did.
You washed the packages
for the first 2 or 3 months. Nothing came in the house that didn't get wiped down.
Oh yeah, back in the
right?
Man, I was so paranoid. I was literally wiping everything down, every grocery bag, every piece of I buy a pound of ground beef, I'd be wiping that down, like everything, cereal boxes, whatever. I'm not wiping any of that shit down.
It was silly, dude. It was silly, but
yeah,
it's all getting great. So like, if you ask me, I ain't getting it. This doesn't pertain to me. Now, we still don't know how we got it. So all things being fair, my wife caught it first. Okay. So,
which is the most unlikely thing ever.
The most unlikely thing of on the planet because she's the most careful, right?
Right.
And so she started having symptoms, and she's like, I don't feel good. I was like, go to the doctor. See, probably don't have it, but go. You probably got the flu or whatever.
What symptoms were they? What was she experiencing?
She was achy, muscle aches, and just not feeling well, tired, groggy. Just she didn't feel normal. Is that she described it? It's like, I don't feel right, and she knows her body. She knows when she's sick, and so she goes to the doctor. And she calls me from the doctor, and she's like, "You're not gonna fucking believe this. I got COVID." I was like, "No way, no way." And so I was like, oh, okay, great, whatever. I felt fine at the time, but then your mind starts messing with you, right? Like you're like, I'm trying to go to sleep, I can't sleep. I'm like, oh man, I probably got it too. And so I'm trying to be like, I probably don't have it. But I had some body aches and stuff like that. I had a headache. She had headaches too, and so I had a headache, and I was like, damn it, son of a gun. And so of course she goes, when she found out she had it, it was midday. She goes, picks up the kids at school. It's noon. And takes the kids, gets them tested, and we didn't go to urgent care, so it took 24 hours to get their tests back. Both kids come back positive, asymptomatic. Our kids they don't know they have anything, and they had it for whatever, last 10 days at least. And they were
not one symptom.
Nothing, zero, not even a hint of being sick. These kids are fine.
So truthfully, since you don't know where you got it, it could have come from the kids, maybe school, gave to Amber, whatever. What we probably do know is it definitely didn't come from you.
Right. What we have determined for sure is that it wasn't something I did that was what got us COVID. That's what we do know. So, right. We do know that. But we don't know if it came from the kids or from Amber mishandling things, and not doing the things that she should be doing. Definitely wasn't Amber. I don't think.
I hope that you sat her down and had a little chit chat about.
We did. We talked about
protocol.
Yeah, we did. We talked about protocol and be more careful. Had a long discussion about that.
Do the disinfectant wipes. Get her some more.
Right.
She has to do a better job.
Right. And so I went and got tested just to see. I was like, whatever, I'll go get tested. And sure enough, I comes back, I'm positive too. And almost immediately, once I got the steroids, which I'll just share what I got. So, I mean, everybody's different. Everybody's going to react to things different. But I just want to share. I went to this doctor at this urgent care. I thought I kept the damn pill bottles. I did keep the pill bottles. Hang on.
By the way, you said steroids?
Yeah, I did take steroids.
The steroids, in my opinion, are the best when you get sick. You remember the last eXpCon. Remember I got sick? It was actually this time last year. It was like September, October when it was eXpCon in Vegas. And we went there early. We did a W Business Live. You did that presentation.
Right.
We didn't even really go out. We stayed in the suite. We ordered food in, and I felt like shit.
Yeah, I remember.
Remember that?
Yep.
I went to the urgent care. They gave me one shot of a steroid, and literally like in 12 hours, I went from not being able to swallow, felt like I was swallowing razor blades, to I felt like I was not even ever sick. Steroids, I'm not saying for lifting weights and stuff. Obviously, you take it's not a good thing. But if I'm getting sick ever again, anything, give me the steroid.
Yeah. So an interesting side note to this whole thing, right? So what I was given was dexamethasone. I don't know if y'all can see that. Dexamethasone. Y'all probably can't see that, but can you read that, or is that backwards?
Yeah.
Dexamethasone, and for 5 days, an erythromycin. So that was a steroid, and the whatever, Z-Pack or whatever. But so whatever. So that's all good, great. Well, interestingly enough, so if you remember, I was having major back problems, and so I went to get an MRI is what I went to do. So I had to go to this doctor first, and he ends up giving me a steroid shot. And so I get this steroid shot, and then a few days later, I end up having COVID. I get another dose of steroids. Dude, I feel like I'm invincible. Like, my whole body feels great. I wake up every day. I'm like, I don't have pain. in my back. I don't have pain. I had foot pain that I had for a little while. Just something was wrong with, like, I sprained my foot. Like, I was like, I feel great. This is the greatest thing ever. So steroids are great. I will give you that. On day 5, I wish I would have gone. I wanted to go live every day, and I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I think it was because I probably felt like I was going to say something I shouldn't say, you know what I'm saying? And it might impact somebody else's decisions about how they handle things. But I was good. 5 days straight, I was good. Kids were fine. Amber was doing pretty good. She was kind of having up and down, really tired. And then after the meds on day 6 and 7, or maybe 5 and 6, I was dead tired, dude. Like, I was dragging ass. Like, just like it was dragging me down. I was like, damn, man. Like, I didn't think I was going to really feel anything. And the most bizarre thing of all was also at that same exact time, I think it was day 4 and 5 or 5 and 6. And then it was tired 6 and 7. But I think it was 5 and 6. I lost all taste and smell. Okay. All taste and smell.
That's the number one thing that I hear for people.
Yeah. It's and I got it back. So it took 4 days for it to come back slowly. But I remember I was hungry. I woke up and I was hungry. I went to Whataburger. Everybody still asleep. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna give me a breakfast on a bun. Can't wait. I get back and I'm like, I couldn't taste anything. I was like,
that's
so
the
weird.
Worst, dude.
Yeah, it was just weird. It was just I felt fine. Everything about me was fine. I just couldn't taste anything and I couldn't smell anything. And so I remember I was making hamburger meat for lunch, and I had these cravings of food I wanted to eat, but I was making hamburger meat and I was sitting over the stove and the steam was coming off and I was like, I can't smell anything, nothing.
Wow.
Nothing at all. And I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah, I dropped 10 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't smell nothing because I'm like,
right.
50-60% of the great thing about eating is the smell.
Right. Well, I will tell you this: I did mix my drinks too strong that night for sure. So I couldn't taste the vodka. So it was an interesting. It was just interesting, honestly. The whole thing's been interesting. But so those are, again, things I've heard before. Whatever I experienced them, that's what my experience has been. So as far as if you could take me back 7 months ago and say, hey, if you could get it earlier and be done with this shit, would I do it? I'd have paid a lot of money to do it. Because I'm good. And I looked it up last night, and there's going to always be people that are going to talk trash and tell me that this ain't true. So go to the CDC, homie, and you do your research like I did. But there ain't been anybody. There hasn't been anybody that's got it within 90 days on the planet that's got it within 90 days of having it. So I'm good for 90 days, and you ain't going to see me wearing a mask, and you ain't going to see me doing nothing but whatever the hell I want to do. So if you don't like it, just don't be around me. But
that's the good part, dude. The good news is you're immune. They say you're immune.
Yeah, I think there's really no evidence. They say on CDC it says there's not enough evidence longer term, blah 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 blah. But what it basically shows is there ain't been nobody that's gotten it twice, and not within 90 days. After that, not enough data to say, but most likely you got the antibodies, you're good. And so
my sister, I think, just told me that she read something that someone got it. This is the first I've heard of someone getting it twice, so it's rare. And I play tennis with this guy who, I have a friend that's a doctor. And so when we were going to go to Puerto Rico, we had to get a negative test within 74 hours before going. So I went and got it. I was negative. And my buddy, who's a foot doctor, bought a clinic. And all this clinic does is they're a lab, and all they do is the testing. I pull in the parking lot, roll my window down, shoves it up my nose, does his thing, done.
Yep.
I have results in like 4 or 5 hours.
Yep. Yeah, we got those all over the place here.
Yeah. So he calls, my buddy I play tennis with calls me up, and he's like, hey, can I get that doctor that can I go get tested? I think I might have it. And I gave it to him, whatever. Sure enough, he has it. Now, I never had contact with him or anything like that, but he quarantined or whatever. He said it was the same thing, lost taste, smell, a little tired. That was it. But he's like, my doctor said I'm immune. He's like, that's the best part. He's like, he said, it's rare. He said, it's not impossible. He said, it's extremely rare that you get it again, which is, what Donald Trump said. This is the best line of 2020. I don't care what anybody says. Best Donald Trump line. I have it right here in front of me. He's like, it looks like I'm immune for, I don't know, maybe a long time, maybe a short time. It could be a lifetime. Nobody really knows, but I'm immune.
Damn right.
That is the best.
That's me right here. Yeah. I'm with Donald on that one for sure.
Yes.
What he was trying to say was being politically correct about, listen, I ain't getting that shit again. Yeah. Fuck all y'all. Let's open the country and let's go back to work and quit acting like we're scared of this damn virus. I mean, that's the truth, man. I mean, you know, and I know there's some people it's affected and it's killed people and it's real, right? Like, but so does the flu. There's a lot of diseases that kill people, and I'm not gonna live in fear. I just don't and won't. My mom got it. My mom even has it. So right now she's got it. She's in Arkansas. She feels fine. Okay. She's 66. Right?
How's she doing? She all right?
She's fine. She's fine. Adonis DNA. She's fine. She's not sick at all. A little bit tired, but she said, like, I've had the flu. It's been way worse than this. It's just another disease that. I mean, again, I just think there's been a lot of hype about it. I don't really know why.
Flu shots, but I was actually down in the Dayton area last weekend and hung out with our boy Andrew Gadosh. And Gadosh and Harley, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were hanging out in Yellow Springs, and Gadosh and Dawn, his wife, brought another couple, and he happened to be a doctor. And so we were, having a conversation. He said, why don't, because the flu shot thing came up. I'm like, I've never gotten the flu shot because I rarely get the flu. I think I can count on one hand in my entire life that I've had the flu. I've had the flu like maybe 3 times as an adult. And it knocks me the hell out.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
I'm in the fetal position like a baby, thinking that I might die.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking I could die right now.
Mm-hmm.
Spiking all over the place, whatever. And it does kill a lot of people, the flu.
The flu, I can tell you this. I'll take the flu. I will take COVID-19 10 times before I would take the flu. Period. Yeah. Like the strains of the flu that I've had where, I mean, you just feel like death. Never felt that. So again, I'm sure, do with what, take this information for whatever it's worth. This is my perspective. This has been the last 10 days of my life. And I've been biting my tongue, trying not to say things I shouldn't say, but it is what it is. That's what my experience has been. So
my experience with you has never been that you are careful about what's going on over here. You don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I typically just say what I'm thinking without thinking, and that hasn't worked well for me. At times it has gotten me in trouble, but it is what it is. So whatever. So like all this has got me thinking, right? Like, I'm bitter. I'm a little bit bitter. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit bitter because I feel like, I mean, we know the media, the CDC, who the hell do you trust? You can't go, like, there's all this fear. And then I hear these stories of people that I know that had people in their lives that died that had nothing to do with COVID. And then on their death certificate, it says COVID. And then I look at the number of deaths there are in this year compared to the last 2 years. There's less deaths in the entire United States than there is in the last 2 years. So we're on pace to have less deaths this year than the last 2 years. So you got to know there's some bullshit going on.
So here's what I found. I found some statistics. This is the raw data. Ready? So total, this was from October 4th, in case anyone's wanting to fact check me. This is October 4th data. The total U.S. tests done was 107,870,000, whatever. There was over 107 million tests. There were 7,300,000 positives of those and 201 deaths. Now, of the 201 deaths, 94% of them were among people older than 75 that had 2 to 3, and it's called comorbidities. I don't know. I'm no doctor, but they had 2 to 3 comorbidities, whatever the hell that is, which means they probably had other conditions that, led to it. And those are the facts, which means only 6% of those people that passed were younger than 75 and didn't have anything really wrong with them. So it's
pre-existing conditions.
Ultra rare.
Yeah. If you go to the CDC and you pull up the data, I did this because I was so sick of the parameters that had been put on me by my wife. And so I went to the CDC and I pulled the data and I extrapolated the data and I looked at it and I said pre-existing conditions I'm not going to give a percentage, but it was such a high number as a percentage of the overall mortality rate. And it was the majority, the numbers above 70 years old and older. It was very clear. What I don't understand is, and I'm sure it's political, and I don't really care. Whatever. It's political. We can talk about politics if y'all want to. I'm down. I don't care. But I will say this: to hell with all that. I mean, why does all this data got to get skewed? Like, go look at the data. The data showed very fucking clearly what it was and what it wasn't. And here we are all being scared into our homes. The whole entire country shuts down. It's just a bizarre time in the world. Like,
so the two biggest risk factors, Jay, is obesity and age.
Yep.
Now, it's a known fact that the United States of America is the most obese country, probably of any countries. I'm guessing. I don't know. We're definitely up there because we like to eat unhealthy shit. That's a fact.
Yes, we do.
And so when you look at that, it kind of makes sense if we have a higher, death rate, because we have probably more obese people than anybody for sure than anybody in China or any of, those, they probably have the lowest obesity rate.
Right.
And then you got age, which there's nothing that anybody can do about no matter what country you're living in. But those are the two factors. And so the people that 94% of those deaths in the U.S., they were obese and over 75 years old, or maybe had another pre-existing condition of some sort. So
I would say this.
Okay, brother. I said some prayers for you, even though I knew you had tiger blood running through you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That. I didn't know I was going to go. I was like, all right, we in for the ride. So I was like, let me just block my calendar for a week and let's just see what happens. And fortunately, it was not bad at all. And so that's my experience. The thing is, I think the thing with this disease that was the most dangerous about it was the fact that it spread so easily. And that's there's nothing but truth about that. So like it spreads like nothing else. And that's the danger, right? And so, it is what it is. Move on with life, folks. That's what I would do. I'm glad I've been through it and I'm done. I know that.
Hey,
so let's talk about.
Let's turn to some good news.
Let's do that. Let's go to this some good. Let's go to good news.
Hey, you got any stock?
Man, you know what? I got a lot of stock actually, and I've been watching the old stock market, and somebody out there, I don't know, maybe these investors and a lot of smart people in the stock market really have a lot of positive things to say about eXpRealty, don't they?
Yeah.
That old penny stock from a few years ago that we got involved in.
You see what we ended today yet?
Yeah, we hit 60 something, didn't we? Where we at?
61.
$61 a share.
Yeah.
Here's what I want. It's not even nice, but the people that told you it was a penny stock, because there's some people that are probably watching this that somebody advised them it was a penny stock at some point. Yeah, it's not going to be worth it. You should go back to those. You should go back to those people, and you should show them how much money they cost you, because some people are independently wealthy just in the last 3 years because of the stock. And in the
last 3 months, just in the last 3 months, there's been more millionaire agents made at EXP in the last 3 months than probably any other company in the last 3 years. I mean, is that a fair statement?
Oh yeah,
we keep talking about it just from the people in our group alone that have been with the company for 3 years, that participated in the stock program, that, like me, that were buying it at $2.60 a share 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, I want to go back to this comment. So look, there's a great comment, and I was thinking this, but I didn't say it. But I'm glad that Marlon made this comment. He said, if you know anyone in the medical industry, ask them how much hospitals were getting paid to mark deaths as COVID. Follow the money. That's such a great point. And this goes back to the number one principle that I know in life that has been true in every scenario, small business, big business, everything I've ever done, is is compensation drives behavior, period. Okay. And so what Marlon's saying is the amount of money you get when somebody has died of COVID, whether it's some other complications plus COVID or whatever, it was significant. I don't know the number. I've heard numbers. I'm not going to throw anything out there because I'm making it up for the most part. So I have not done that research, but I do know that that's the case. And so the amount of so what are you doing? You are literally encouraging people to list COVID as a factor to the death of every human being that dies this year. Now, when I go back and look at the numbers, and it's like we had less people die in the United States this year than last year and the year before, yet this pandemic has been so devastating and all these people are dying. Well, how does that happen? How is it less people dying this year than the last 2 years without a pandemic? Doesn't make sense, right? So it's like common sense makes you want to question it. But that is the key. It's the key to everything. Compensation drives behavior. If there's compensation in alignment with people listing COVID as one of the reasons why someone dies on the death certificate, you're going to find COVID as a secondary reason for obvious reasons, because people are cheating and trying to get paid. And that's a very, very valid point.
There's one more large factor in play right now, other than the money, and that's the election.
Yeah, you would assume if this wasn't an election year, yeah, there's all kinds of questions about that. I mean,
do you remember
conspiracy theory?
Do you remember when all the protests started? And I don't remember what month, but I want to say it was June. I don't remember when it was, but it was somewhere around June, or was it June or July when the Black Lives Matter protests started? Was it amazing if you watch the news? And I do periodically watch the news, and I read most of the news more than watching it. But did you realize that it almost just vanished and disappeared? You weren't hearing anything about COVID during any of that. Everything shifted the focus to that. Nobody was talking about the pandemic at that point.
It's a great point.
It's a fact.
It's a great point.
You didn't see it in the news.
No, we were all huddled around. I hate the news. I don't watch the news. I don't want to watch the news. But they kind of forced us into our homes, in front of our TVs, to listen to the presidential address for a period of time. So we were watching the news, and then all of a sudden, what is it? Now it's about all these protests, right? No more COVID. Yeah. You're right. I remember.
We all know how powerful fear is. Mm-hmm. It is one of the most powerful weapons. And when it comes down to, the fundamentals of emotions, there's really only two base emotions that everything else stems from. It's either fear or love. Fear or love. Those are it. If it's angry, emotional, all these other things, that's fear. It's all based upon an underlying. And I've been reading this amazing book by Jay Shetty called Think Like a Monk. Great book, by the way. I'm listening to it on the Audible. He has the best chapters on fear. I recommend anybody who hasn't read it or listened to it, it's a winner. I've listened to that particular chapter about 3 times already because it's that good. And it really just kind of breaks down how powerful, not just like the physiological effect that fear can have. So when you think about media, when you think about political issues and this and that, almost all of it's fear driven.
Yeah.
None of it's love driven. You're not going to go on, and see a political debate or anything in the news, anything having to do anything stemming from love.
No.
Everything in there is
scarcity and fear.
Designed to keep you in fear. I'm not making this up. This is straight up. Turn on the news and show me one, maybe the local news will have a fluffy little thing about a school doing something charitable for a charity or something. And that's like one little snippet. And then they go right back to what's selling. And it's fear. And if they don't keep us in fear, then they have no control. Right. So I don't know, whatever. I'll get off.
No, I'm going to add to it. I'm going to throw some fuel. I'm going to throw a little gasoline on the fire. So last night, dude, I don't even remember. I think I might have, it was one of those moments where like I've been rolling around, you know, I've been sleeping on the couch in the office because of my back. I can't sleep on this bed, and the kids have been sleeping with Amber, so it's just better for me to sleep in here. So I do. And I remember I was just rolling around. I was kind of rolling around or whatever, and I started having this thought and about politics, all this shit, and it came back to me what I know to be true. Here's what I know to be true. In my life, I want people that are accountable, not victims. If you're a victim, if things are happening to you all the time, you're a victim. You can be, there's two, you got the victim glasses on, you got the accountability glasses on. I don't associate with people that are victims. And it's like the Karens of the world, right? Like that's an extreme. Like that's not a political statement. A Karen is just that person that's a victim. Like, get out of my life. I don't have time in my life to be around people that are victims. I never hired them. I won't work with them. I ain't going to live with them. I ain't going to deal with them. There's nothing. For me, it's my kryptonite. Like you put me around a victim that wants to complain and say things are happening to me instead of being accountable. You ain't for me. So that's just life. And as I start
100 baby.
Dude, as I start looking at the divide in this country, when I look at the divide in this country, all I can see is there are people that believe that the government should step in and do things for them. And then there are people that want to be accountable for creating their own world for themselves. They're not sitting here whining, bitching, complaining about what's going on and what's happening to them. They're accountable for their own actions. Nothing's happening to you, right? So anyways, I just think, and I'm not saying that's Republican, Democrat, but damn, it sure seems like it is.
Yeah.
Let me tell you another thing about fun haters.
Baby.
Let me tell you about fun haters. I don't know what I'm going to piss some people off, and I'm not even going to apologize. I'm just going to tell y'all, this is interesting to me. I like to have fun. I work my ass off, and I like to have a good time. There's no Democrats on my entire boat dock. Not one. Why do Democrats not own boats? None of them have a boat. Ain't none of them got a motorcycle. Ain't none of them got a four-wheeler. Do they? What the hell is going on? I don't know a single fun Democrat.
Maybe they're fun haters.
I feel like maybe they are. Because when I saw the Trump vote,
I know a couple Democrats, truthfully.
It is funny because it's like, I'm not like this big political, like, pundit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give a shit. I'm going to be successful regardless of who's in office. It don't matter to me. I'm going to win no matter what. I'm not relying upon Trump, Biden. You put whoever you want to put. You put Kermit the Frog in office, I'm going to win. That's how I will live my life. That's fine. So I don't care. But I'm on this Trump parade. I'm like, every damn boat on the whole goddamn lake is all Republican. Not one single Democrat. I mean, I got Democrats in my neighborhood.
You don't see a Biden flag typically, flying from a Biden flag on a boat. I've never seen one.
It's just
someone has posted up in the comments.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It's when you really think about it, it's bizarre to me. I don't understand why more people that are Democrats
probably are on their own lake.
I don't know. Somebody can explain that to me. I would love to see it. Like, show me the lake where there's a Biden parade of boats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to meet those people because they're probably cool. In all honesty, they're probably cool.
Listen,
not even trying to hate. I love all boaters. Don't care what flag you're flying.
It's obvious that we all, look. I love Trump, whatever, and that's probably not a true statement. I'm a Trump supporter. However, if it came down to, hey, we're going to go to the concert, we're going to go to this great country concert, and I had a chance to go with Biden or Trump, I'd be going with Joe. Joe would be a way more fun guy to hang out with at a country concert. That's just my opinion.
You think so?
Oh, he's hilarious. Are you kidding me? Joe's funny. I would be literally laughing all night long with Joe. That's just the truth. I've said this many times. Now, I'd probably be able to get some good laughs with Donald as well. But Joe's funny. I could hang with Joe, but, I just don't want him steering the boat. Joe, sit in the back. You've had too much.
Yeah.
You know, Joe just literally yesterday or the day before, recently, just said that because please vote for me for Congress this year. he forgot that he's running for president.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Like,
regular occurrence.
Joe, shut the fuck up.
Hey,
You're running for president.
Run for president. Oh, that's right. Oh, no. I can't even imagine. You know,
But I'd be laughing.
It's like Joe Rogan says, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a stupid job. You got one person, you got one guy to run the entire country. One guy. That's it. No, you can't win. He's like, he's like, I just want a woman to become president just so they can learn that that you can't do the job either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't win. Whatever. It's all good. It's funny. It's all jokes. They're jokes, people. They're jokes.
We've never gone here before.
We don't. No, we don't normally.
We've gone head to head with Gary Keller.
Yeah.
Dave Linegar.
We've
all around. We've never gone to this arena.
I do not care. I'm going to vote for Trump. You can vote for
Biden. You shouldn't care because you know why? You're fucking immune.
We're going to win. We're going to win anyways. It doesn't matter who becomes president. All I know is, let me tell you,
be immune for a short time, maybe a long time. Nobody knows, but they say you're immune, and that's all that matters.
That's it. I'm immune. It's a fact. If you want to ask people, I got my board of directors here. You could ask Ron Burgundy what he thinks. Ron Burgundy is quite confident. He's very confident.
A really big deal.
Now, this is my favorite board on my board of directors. Most people don't know who this is. So if you know who this is, you got to put it in the comments.
I know who that is.
Now, this guy right here.
Speaking of which.
Oh, yeah. He's on the board of directors. They always say yes, though. I like bobbleheads.
Did you see the HBO show called
yes,
the Righteous Gemstones?
Yes,
with him in it.
Yeah, he's hysterical. He's hysterical.
That show they need to go a second season. They were supposed to have a second season out, but it's delayed because of the damn pandemic.
That's right.
That show.
So I got to tell people because I'm not seeing. Oh, there you go. Zimmerman saw it. Kenny Powers. So this is Kenny Powers. So if you don't know who Kenny Powers is, go on YouTube. He had a show on a very distasteful show called Eastbound and Down on HBO. But Kenny Powers is by far the greatest character of all time. So great. So Will Ferrell co-directed it. It's hysterical. Just Google the highlights of Kenny Powers. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. He's quite funny. Good stuff. But Kenny Powers.
What is his name in the right?
Oh shoot, I don't remember his name. In that, it's Kenny McBride.
John Goodman's in that.
Yeah,
that is hysterical.
Kenny McBride is his name. He hasn't done a whole lot of great things, but Eastbound and Down was my favorite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So what do you think, man? So regardless, here's what I would tell people. You guys are all going. Everybody's going to do what they want to do. Some people are super left, super right. Just go vote. Do your thing. Go vote, and then get your ass back to work. You know what I'm saying? Does anybody? What did Obama do? If you're a big, Republican, Trump fan, this, that, and the other, I worked my ass off during the Obama administration. I worked my ass off during the Trump administration. I'm going to work my ass off in the next administration, and I am going to do whatever it takes to become successful. And my goal is to add the most value I can to people's lives, period. I don't know what everybody else is going to do, but I would say you should probably think about doing the same thing.
Here's what I want to know. When this election's done and the pandemic's done, what the hell is everybody going to be talking about?
It's a great question. And here's what's interesting. Think about this for a second. I don't remember, because I don't pay attention. I don't really watch the news, but I remember once Obama got elected, it was 8 years. I don't remember what the narrative was, for all that time. Right. when Trump got elected, it was from day one. He fought all these bullshit stories and all this stupid shit that they were coming after him. Like this stuff in the news for literally almost the first whole 4 years has been about trying to get him impeached over some dumb shit that wasn't real. It was like, what is going on here? Like, this is the president of the United States. Why the fuck is everybody trying to fuck with him? Like, let him do his job.
Can you imagine the nap that I'd need to take after 3 years of that, 3.5 years of that? Taking torpedoes left and right.
Dude, let me tell you something. I don't care who you are. You're a dumbass if you don't understand this. That dude ain't got to be the president of the United States. He's worth billions. And he's not worth more because he's president. He's worth less. And his ass is up trying to make this country better. Why? Why? It's not because he's going to do better. He could be already retired sitting on the beach. He obviously gives a fuck. He's not a politician. So what do you think he's really trying to do here? You think he's trying to fuck everybody? No, he's trying to help this country. I just don't get it. I mean, like, common sense would tell you, why would this dude? I would have been like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I ain't even running this term. Y'all find another stupid ass to come run against whoever the Democrat's going to be. Y'all figure it out. I'm going to go back to building golf courses, making billions and doing my life the way I have been. I didn't have to get up every day at 5 a.m. I didn't have to, stay up till 2 p.m. I don't have to answer all these idiots. I don't have to fight all this bullshit. Like, I wouldn't do it. Hell no.
Absolutely not.
You can have that job.
You know that boat you sent me earlier?
Yeah.
That you told me to dare you not to buy it? We'd be on that boat.
Yeah, right. I'm going to be on that boat anyways. Oh, you're just saying, like, if somebody say, hey, Kendra, you want to run for anything? I'm going to be like, run for what? No, I'm not running for anything. No, I'm not running for anything. I'm running for the dock to get on my boat. That's what I'm running for. So the moment I'd never have to work again, I would never be running for president of the United States. Are you kidding me?
Shit, I'm not trying to run for councilman.
Oh, Wally Bressler. What's up, Wally?
Wally?
You sure?
We got all kinds of friends on here. James Stroop is on here.
Stroop.
Because
Case was on here. Case.
Brandon Town, our Canadian friends are in the house, and Nikki Gregory, of course.
Politically incorrect as usual.
Mark Kalinowski. I saw Mark Kalinowski at the bar yesterday, waiting for this ridiculously late hockey game that I played last night. And I used to play hockey with Mark back in the day. And Mark's a good dude. We gave Mark Mark's the one guy that it's kind of like Mike Reese. Like, he could pretty much do anything, right?
Right.
And Mark decided one day that he was going to join, never boxed in his life. He said, I'm going to join a Golden Gloves competition.
Right.
He looks, if you've seen the movie Rocky, the one when he fought the Russian Drago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four.
Kind of looked like Drago a little bit, and I'll be damned if he got to the finals of that thing, and the same thing.
Was it like a tough man contest or what was it?
Yeah, it's like a tough man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, everyone thinks they're tough until they get punched in the face. Right. And this boy can take a punch. What I learned is that it's not about how hard you can punch. It's how hard of a punch can you take, So
right.
Mark, I saw him at the bar and right before our hockey game. The other thing I learned is this. If I do a shot of Jameson before the hockey game, I play better. Now, I think I might have broke my hand. That aside, I still scored a goal and I played better. So I learned something. It's all about what you learn. It's not. Yeah.
Isn't that always the case?
That's it. Brandon Town would have not been impressed with my performance.
So check this out. Brandon Cruz just made a comment. What's up, buddy? By the way, he said, I happened to start watching y'all on someone else's watch party. They obviously are not a Trump fan and said some things and then ended their watch party. So he pissed them off. Sorry. So listen.
Hey, we just freed up some of their evening. They should be thankful.
Yeah, good for you. I mean, and I get it, man. Listen, I get it. this is what sucks, right? We're all selling real estate. We're all in different markets, red states, blue states, and we all have people that we don't want to piss off or whatever. And I get it. So maybe, doing a watch party with us is probably not a good idea if you're in a blue state. So just maybe we should just start with that. But I apologize.
I guess we could have put a warning statement in the comments. We apologize for that.
I did put it in the damn. I put it in there. We were going to talk about
it says, join us for a cocktail and gain perspective. Come on. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Probably didn't quite cover that. maybe could have done a better job. So let's talk about Halloween plans. So I live in this neighborhood, dude, and if you follow me on Instagram, you already know because every night my kids, we go out on a golf cart ride every night, and we go through the neighborhood. And the only reason, in my opinion, that we live in this little neighborhood in town, called Newman Village here in Frisco, is because I came here for Halloween because this was the neighborhood to come to for Halloween. Everybody, I don't care where you're at in the world, everybody has a neighborhood you go to for Halloween, right? So we came and I was like, these people are cool. We're driving around on a golf cart and everything. I was like, these are my kind of people. These people are actually pretty cool. I like it. So we came. And
you do. Who lives across the street from you, dude?
Dude Perfect. Yeah, Dude Perfect. Yeah. Literally the whole it's Cody from Dude Perfect and the whole Dude Perfect crew's been there. They've been around all day shooting videos the last couple of days. They're cool. They're really cool. But I didn't know that when we moved here. But there's a lot of cool people. So kids love that. They get a kick out of that. But so we go drive around the neighborhood and I've never. Let me tell you. I'm barely the guy that puts up Christmas lights. All right, I'm not the greatest at that. And in this neighborhood, if you ain't got a bunch of Halloween stuff up, then you just look like you're just the not fun neighbor. So every night we go drive around. I come back, have a few cocktails, start ordering shit online. Next thing you know, I've got about $3,000 or $4,000 worth of shit out in the front yard in my house, right? So it's looking pretty good. It's a little bit scary out in the front yard right now. And so I'm like, I'm leaving. So I'm moving. For those of you who don't know, I'm moving to Puerto Rico in December. So long story
I'm
short.
excited that my best friend's gonna be Puerto Rican.
Yeah, you could. I can. If you saw, did I send you the boat?
It'd be more fun, and now you're taking fun to the whole off the charts level.
Let me tell you something. Open invite. I don't care if I like you or don't like you. If you want to come hang out in Puerto Rico, you're welcome to come. Come hang out in Puerto Rico. It's beautiful. It's amazing. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'm excited about it. So, and the boat, I'm telling you, this is the first time in my life, guys. Get this. So, when I was 18, I bought a $3,000 boat. Okay, I grew up on the lake. I grew up on boats. I've had a boat 100% of the last 23 years, except for August of last year till now. So I'm getting a boat. It's not a question mark. It's not a thought. It's happening. I don't care. It's not happening. It's happening. Now, the question mark is where is the boat going to be? Now, I'm living in Puerto Rico, which is only 90 nautical miles from BVI, which is my favorite place on the planet. So it's going to happen. So we're going to have a big boat. I'm excited about that. So I'm super excited about that.
I'll pull it up, and I'll put it on there.
That's the one at the top of the list right now. The Azimut, yeah, the 64-foot Azimut. That's what I'm looking at.
That's pretty.
I promise you this: I will help. I will do calls all day long from that boat, and I will help all of you sell more real estate and bring more people over to eXp. I promise you ain't gonna miss me, and you're welcome to come hang out anytime you want.
I'm getting seasick, Jay. No, yeah. She's beautiful, but my question is, what are you gonna name her?
Oh boy, you know what? I'm gonna have to think about that because I've always had creative names, and it's gonna be something to do with revenue share. I gotta tell you that much for sure. Okay.
It said he's planning to make me cry so I can get in trouble.
You're not gonna get in trouble. Come here.
No.
Listen.
When I cry, he's trying to.
Kinley, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Kinley.
Kinley, hey, tell us. Hey, So Kinley's been so I'm gonna let you tell. How do you feel?
Good.
Good? How was coronavirus?
Bad.
Was it? How did you feel the whole time?
Good.
So it wasn't that bad.
It was bad for Mom though.
Okay, yeah, Mom didn't feel as good. But it didn't bother you, did it?
Yeah.
Nope. Do you have tiger blood?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
You don't get sick, do you?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Second marriage.
You listen.
Hey, Kenny,
Yeah.
who's coming to see you in 2 weeks?
Who's coming to see you in 2 weeks? Uncle Al? She can't hear because she's not on the hip.
You need some new Cleveland shirts, girl? I got you. She did, 'cause she had to have outgrown the old ones.
Answer her. I can't hear her.
You need some new Cleveland shirts? Say yes.
He's talking to you. I can't hear what he's saying.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I got you. My favorite little girl. Okay.
We're going on a golf cart, right?
Yes. No, I can't. I'm not clean.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. So this is my Halloween. So where I come from, there's this one neighborhood we used to go to. It's called Wyatt Acres. And there's this dude that I know that lived in Wyatt Acres he was a big old dude. His name's Donald Ryan. He's a funny dude, hysterical. But, we'd always take our kids there. You know what I'm saying? We didn't live in Wyatt Acres because I always lived in the country. And so we would go to Wyatt Acres and we would take the kids and go around. So all of a sudden we're on golf carts, like riding around stuff. And I hear a chainsaw. This dude takes the chain off the chainsaw and goes through the neighborhood with the mask on, literally. So that's what this neighborhood has no idea. But, now they got these Facebook groups. And, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of snowflakes that live everywhere. But I'm going to have a chainsaw out for Halloween. And I am going to be just perusing the streets, just like a normal Texas Chainsaw Massacre would do,
Hey,
we'll see how that goes.
Y'all have haunted houses down there?
You know what? I've not seen one haunted house ad or anything. That's interesting. We always had them in Oklahoma.
Weekends ago, I went to the best haunted house, hands down, I ever went to. You want to know the name of it?
Yeah.
It was called the Haunted Hoochie. I'm not making it up. That's what it was called. But it was the best haunted house ever. And it was, you know why it was the best?
Why?
It was just outside of the borders of the Ohio State Buckeyes, which are going to come back, and we're coming back with some Buckeye action, baby. I can't wait. Let's go.
The Ohio State Buckeyes.
The Ohio State. Let's go. I can't wait for football to come back, man. Hey, I'm not here to bring up the Browns Cowboys game, but
hey, I'm good with that. Go Browns.
Hey, it was a good game. I just can't believe we're 4-1. That's unbelievable.
I can.
Who is it? Baker Mayfield. We were at a I don't remember where we're at, but this happens all the time. We were watching the game. I know where we're at. We're at Buckeye Lake, matter of fact. And we're watching the game, and I walked in the bar, and there's this group of people, and the one girl looks at me. She goes, "Oh, my God. Did anyone ever tell you look like Baker Mayfield?" And I'm like, no. No one's ever told me that. But no, I get it all the time. And I don't think I look anything like him. I look 10 times better.
I think so. It might be the McLaren.
You don't look anything like.
Hold on. Hey, hang on a second. We have a guest. A guest. Come on, Amber. Come here. She wants her hair. Amber. Come on. She doesn't want to be on. She doesn't be on. She washed her hair for the first time this week, I think. So I thought maybe we could pull that off, but no. She's not as good a spirit as I am.
Oh, is she a fun hater? I thought we.
All right, man. I'm sure we have other things we can talk about. Here's what I know. You're either a victim or you're accountable, and you're either around the right people or you're not. Either you want to grow and you want to be better. Dude, I had a call today. Dude, I lost my shit on a call today. this guy gets on a call with me, and somebody put him on the call. I'm not going to throw him under the bus or whatever, but I said, man, what's your goal, man? Tell me what your goal is. He's like, yeah, he didn't have a goal. I was like, well, tell me about your business. Yeah, I sold, I said, how many homes do you think you're going to sell this year? He's like, I don't know. Okay, so you don't know how many homes you're going to sell this year. All right. So, well, how much money are you going to make this year? I don't know. I'll probably make 100, 140, 120, 140, something like that. I was all right. I said, well, how much do you want to make? Dead silence. He didn't answer it. I was like, all right. So I said, so like, you want, after a while, I'm like, if you tell me you want to make 250,000, we can have a conversation. If you don't, I don't know how to help you. And so he just didn't have much to say. And so I finally was like, you're either one of two things. And I mean this for everybody. You should all think about this. You're either stuck and you're trying to get to another level, or you're comfortable. This dude was comfortable. I can't fix that. And I told him, I said, listen, I can't. It sounds to me like you're comfortable where you're at. I'm not here to convince you of anything. If your goal is to stay where you're at and make the same amount of money, you've been in the business 10 years and you're still making the same amount of money, then stay where you're at. Don't even think about leaving where you're at. You're at 100% brokerage. Stay where you're at. Just be comfortable.
I've had that same exact conversation. I'd probably tell more people, I think you're probably best exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
But you know why? Like, I think the more intriguing question is, why do people stay there? Why do they stay in the comfort zone, in the nest?
Let me tell you why. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying. Finish your thought, because you're on the same track as me. I already know.
Well, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's fear, because fear will cripple you and keep you right in that zone. Because outside the comfort zone, there's the unknown. Because you know what may happen? Oh my God, I may fail. It may not work, right? So it's just so much easier to just stay in that comfy little nest. It's warm, soft. Mom's there, make sure everything you're fed and all that. It's the comfort zone. But it's the fear that keeps them in the comfort zone, right? They don't. It's number one. Fear could be your asset if you turn it into it, but most people don't use fear as an asset. Here was my takeaway though. So I agree with you. I agree that fear keeps people from stepping into the unknown. But in this scenario, this dude ain't never met anybody that just poked him in the chest and said, bitch, you could be better than where you're at. You could do more than what you're doing. He ain't never been around people that are elevated at a level that he's never been to. He ain't never been around it. He goes to his real estate office with a bunch of average ass agents on 100% split. That ain't none of them sharing anything with anybody, because ain't none of them care about nothing except for making sure they get all of the money that they can get on that one deal. And that's what I told him. I said, dude, I said, listen, it don't make a difference to me. I'm going to eat steak tonight regardless. So if you want, either you want more out of life, or you want to be in a room where you get sucked up to the top. I've been in that room. I've been the dumbest guy in the room more times than most people. That is the key to success. You don't even know what you're capable of. But I know damn well you're capable of more. And either you want more or you're fine with where you're at. I don't care. It's up to you. But until you put yourself in the room with people that are going to sit here and challenge your ass to think different, you're never going to get there. You're going to stay where you're at. So it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It was just and the dude got pissed off. He got mad. about it. I was like, oh, that's good. You did him a favor.
I just wanted to make him.
You did it. You did him a favor by getting him mad. He needed to get fired up. Someone had to piss him off.
I mean,
and you know what? I'm not saying these are my favorite calls, but when I'm back to back to back, like you are often, and today that I was, if I get someone that's taking up 30 minutes of my time that's like that, there's 0, 100. Everything's happening to them. I get them off the phone fast. I just cannot waste my time with those people.
I cannot fix comfortable. I can fix stuck. If you're stuck, I can fix you. I can't fix comfortable.
You got to be vulnerable.
Him on Front Street. He didn't like it. So don't let this. And again, not trying to be hateful, but if you are comfortable, you got to check yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to check yourself. Could you be doing more? Could you be having more? Could you be living better? You better start getting clear about what it is you want, because I'm a living example of you can spend 20 years in this business and you can think selling 500 homes a year was the goal, but that ain't the goal. The goal is passive income. How much money you got? And what does it cost to live? How much money do you have in passive income? And that's the game we're all playing. It's called the game of life. And you're either paying attention to it or not. And so it is what it is. I know the game I'm playing. And I want to help other people. You know what I'm saying? But I can't fix comfortable. All I can fix is people that want more out of life. Because I know this. I ain't the smartest kid in class, but I always sat next to him.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
You rocking the boat tonight, Jay.
Dude, I'm gonna do every call. Next 2021, my goal is to do all my calls from that boat.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
Love you, brother.
Sorry we pissed you off. Sorry if we said things you didn't.
No, you're not sorry. Stop that. Sorry bullshit.
No, I'm sorry for you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not sorry for me. I'm sorry for you.
The person that put a watch party. She had a watch party going. Yeah.
It's all good. Hey,
that's great. I never heard that. That's awesome. Yeah.
Probably won't have him join us again.
But. All right, brother. Hey, I'm glad you're healthy. I'm glad Amber's healthy. The kids are healthy.
Appreciate it.
Tiger blood. Let's go. Cheers, bro.
Later, bro.